It's kind of fucked up, isn't it? How all of a sudden someone just wakes up and decides to never talk to you again. No reason, no explanation, no words said. They just leave you hanging like you never meant shit to them. And what hurts the most is how they made it look so easy.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the RP Experience. And it took me a while to get this video out because I got a new PC and I had to move some files over into this PC and download some stuff over. And it was a little bit of a headache, but I finally have enough together to put a video together for you guys. Anyway. Today's video is going to be about heartbreak and how it can ruin a person, you know. This is a story that I shared like some years ago or something like that, but I'm gonna cover it again because I totally felt this one, you know, because I went through a similar thing. Now, at first, you know, it was my marriage dissolving in like 2015. And I'm man enough to say it was some things I failed at, and one of the big things was communication. And I think that's the thing I definitely tried to work on, because some of it was a learned thing, and then some of it was like I mean, I just kept a lot of stuff in, and it just built up and stuff like that, you know. And I learned some things about myself, you know, because I never mind sharing my feelings. It's just as the course of time, when I see how the other person responds with me sharing my feelings and stuff like that, I tend to clam up or not talk as much or not share or something like that. And I don't fault myself with that, but however, though, I think I should have communicated better that is like a deal breaker for me or something like that, you know. And I'm not going to get into some other stuff because I did that on the other videos or something. And but at least in 2015, I was able to, despite my marriage going south, I was able to talk to these Argentina girls that was working at my job, you know. And you know, it worked out. You know, they helped me through a rough time, but but if I didn't have them to talk to, I mean, pretty much I was burying myself in the work anyway, but I know I was depressed and I was just going through it. And then I start a new relationship, which maybe I shouldn't have did that, but however, though, it felt right, you know. And truthfully, that wasn't my intention at first, because me and that girl was really good friends. And then we ended up dating, and then it got serious after that. But then that blew up 2016. And you know, that was one of those things of Like, I know we had some issues, but she kind of just dropped the bomb on me. And of course, though, she probably met somebody else, and plus, she had a different job and stuff like that. But I will admit that one, maybe because I was still recovering from the other one, even though it was like a year later. I don't know. Sometimes it takes me a while to get over something because I don't let a lot of people in. So when I let somebody in, and and uh, I don't know, they can do a lot of damage just in case I let them in. And anyway, she exited the scene, and I don't know. It just, I mean, I was feeling a whole lot of stuff, and I mean, I almost thought about ending it all, really. And I know, stepping back and looking at it, it's like you should never take your life over somebody, but I don't think it was just them, but it was like too much over the last couple of years and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just felt at my lowest point or something. And once again, I buried myself into work, and I decided to just have female friends, and a bunch of them or something like that, and just like stay busy. But you know, eventually I managed to get over it. But anyway, I just wanted to pre-throw that in to why I'm sharing this video. Anyway, this is the creator that I watch his videos, but I don't always share his because his he does his in like a certain way, and it's more on like the serious tip. So because me, I'm kind of a serious person, so sometimes when I share other people's videos, I try to share somebody that's like the opposite of me, or like a little bit more lighter, or can make it a little bit more comical or something like that. But this one right here is just really touched me. So anyway, I'm going to share it now because I've been talking and talking, and that's pretty much it.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about the story involving a model by the name of Cassia. She was dating a soccer player by the name of Jerome, I think that's how you say it, Jerome Boateng, right? Or Boateng. They dated for about a year, and the relationship had recently ended. And a week later, she ended up taking her own life. Now, this is a young woman with a young son who had a relationship with this soccer player. She had his name tattooed on her. And once that relationship dissolved, she decided to end it all. This is an attractive woman who I believe had, life in front of her. But she just couldn't get over the fact that this relationship didn't work. And according to her, she's the one who ended the relationship. She couldn't take his infidelity and lies. Now, he ended up going public about the breakup and apologizing to people, apologizing to his ex. And maybe that pushed her over the top. The fact that she thinks that he sees the relationship he had with her as a mistake that he never really took seriously. And I think the issues that you're seeing now in modern day people is that one breakup can just make them want to do the worst things, either to themselves or to other people. Now, according to this article by The Sun, it said that Berlin police had found the body of Cassia, who's 25, in her apartment in the city, but authorities are not treating it as anything suspicious, right? Bayern Munich defender Jerome. announced last week that he and mom of one, Kasia, had separated after 15 months of dating. German news outlet, I think it's Bild, revealed that Kasia had been involved in a car incident in the footballer's Mini on January 5th, resulting in the vehicle being written off. That may have caused a rift. In his statement, Jerome said it was time to draw a line and apologize to everyone I've hurt, including his ex-girlfriend Rebecca and their children. The Polish-born Kasia, who had a tattoo with the word Jerome on her torso, responded by saying she had ended the relationship because the World Cup winners' lies and constant infidelity. Let me just say this. Once you get a man's name tattooed on you, that lets me know you wanted more from this relationship that you didn't get. And it's clear that she took this relationship way more seriously than him. Now, we see women get guys' names tattooed on them, but she got it on her torso. You know, you see women, they get a guy's name tattooed on them. It's usually small, or they may have it on their chest that they can tattoo over on their arm or back or whatnot. But she got it on her torso. You know, I believe she was expecting more, and she knew that that just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's true. When a woman, even a guy, but I'm not a tattoo person, so I'm not sure. But I believe definitely if a woman gets her name tattooed on you, she, no matter what she says later, especially at that time, she really was into you at that time. Had a person that got my name tattooed on them. But, that didn't work out. But, and I didn't tell them to get the tattoo. Sometimes I feel like that's just bad juju. Sometimes when you get somebody's name tattooed onto you or something like that. But, and looking at this story here, if you look at the photo, they both look like happy and stuff like that. But you can tell she had it bad for him, and he took advantage of the situation, the same way. Like, and that's why I say it's scary out here. Because I forgot, my brothers and sisters, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I forgot to say that at the very beginning of the program. Okay. But, okay, what was I saying? Yeah, about the tattoo. So, she obviously was deep into him, and he took advantage, and I mean, maybe he felt something for her, because I mean, she's very attractive, but and maybe she had personality quirks though, but I'm pretty sure he did too. And that's why I say, whether it's the man or woman, most times, and sometimes when you have somebody that's really into you or something like that, you take that for granted or something, and then either you throw it away or you take it and fuck it up or something like that. I guess a little bit more guys do this than women, but women do be messing up too, because I know quite a few messed up with me. Sometimes I just didn't leave at that time because they made it difficult, or they tried to make it difficult. But however, when they was leaving, I couldn't really stop them. So I don't know. That's a completely separate thing. But yeah, I'm going to let him continue the video.
I believe she was expecting more, and she knew that that just wasn't going to happen. That despite how attractive she may be, it still wasn't going to be enough, right? Now, her background, she was on Germany's own Germany's Next Top Model, America's Next Top Model, Germany's Next Top Model. That's where she gained notoriety and been sort of mainstream modeling ever since. So that's how she was able to gain notoriety, right? Now, also according to the article, Cassia's cryptic last Instagram post said, "Now is where you draw the line. Enough." She also publicly branded the footballer the devil and promised to speak up and fight back, it has been reported. Jerome told a German newspaper, Bild, that Cassia had allegedly destroyed his previous relationship and blackmailed him. He said, "Cassia became my girlfriend by destroying the relationship with my ex-girlfriend Rebecca and my family and blackmailed me. So I decided to stay with Cassia and try to make it work." Now that had to hurt. It just seemed like the end of this relationship was just very toxic. It just seemed like she felt some kind of way, he felt some kind of way, and I'm sure what he said to her hurt her. Because again, she got this guy's name tattooed on her. She thought she was going to get more from this relationship, and she didn't. And that's what you see in society, man. In society, you have a lot of people who expect more than what they get. Right? She expected more than what she got. Maybe she was thinking marriage. Maybe she was thinking something long term. I just don't like the fact that she left her son behind. If you're not going to live for anything else, live for your kids, man. And I would say that with anybody. This is why mental health is becoming one of the top problems in our society. Because now you have the added bonus of social media. She put up a cryptic Instagram post because she knew what was going to happen. And this happens a lot. I'm seeing where, you have people on TikTok, taking their lives. You got people on Facebook Live who've done that. Instagram. All these platforms these people go to because they're crying out for help. They don't have anybody. Nobody that they really feel like they can turn to. But I honestly feel like she did this to hurt him. Because if you go to his Instagram page, he's turned the comments off. He's turned the comments completely off because he doesn't want to deal with what people are saying about him. And blaming him for what she did. Now, some more of this article. Jerome's ex-partner Rebecca also posted clips from alleged voice messages sent by Cassia on Instagram. Branding the messages manipulative, Rebecca told the news outlet, "Cassia destroyed my family for her own benefit. I'm not going to let her destroy Jerome too. I'm not going to let her play the victim. She's done enough damage." I think when you look at this situation, it's very unfortunate for everybody involved, right? It's unfortunate for Cassia. It's unfortunate for Jerome. And I think the biggest factor that people just have to look at is the fact that her son does not have a mother. Due to the fact that his mother couldn't get over her breakup with her ex that she had only been with for 15 months. That she was so invested in that relationship that it drove her over the edge, the back and forths. She really wanted this to work. She tattooed this guy's name on her. She thought that this would become something more. And I believe towards the end of that relationship, because she says she walked away, I truly believe that she felt like he did not take her seriously. She believed she was just a filler, that he still had feelings for his ex, and he didn't really take a relationship with her seriously. And in her mind, she felt used. In her mind, she felt like nothing. In her mind, she felt like she was someone that, he just had a good time with. She was just somebody just to help him through that breakup. Even though he's saying now, well, I say now, but he's saying after the fact that she broke up his home, which lets me know that he may have been talking to her while he was still dealing with his ex, which may bring up a whole nother can of worms, because the ex feels like she was dealing with this guy while they're together. But again, that's on him. It's his responsibility to not overlap relationships and not be having side chicks and not messing with this girl and that girl, because it's going to cause a messy situation, especially when you are a world-renowned soccer player. You have
Yeah, and that's a scary thing, that people will use you as a filler, you know. I mean, I know dudes will definitely do that. The Chad and Tyrone, the players, you know, maybe the Pookie and the Ray Rays too, you know. And a lot of those guys are they have what a lot of you women want. They have the money, they have the status, you know, they have the height and stuff like that, you know. And some of them, like the players, have like the personality. So I mean, I have to put blame on the female because she picked the guy. But see, I know once you fall for a person or something like that, it's like your emotions or feelings or whatever take control, and it's kind of hard to stop them because you're already in the pool and you're already wet, and those dudes will just string you along. You know, women will do the same thing. I've come across females that do that, and if you're not careful, they'll use you for like dates and stuff like that. Like they'll use you for that romantic stuff that they're not getting from that Chad or Tyrone or that guy that they're chasing, that he gave her just enough attention, good times, and good sex that, you know, she's chasing him now. And because he hasn't officially chose her yet, she will try to either make him jealous or use a guy to fill in a spot or something like that. You know, I participated in things like that before at this time, you know, because either the girl travels or something, or she's like really busy anyway, so it's kind of like But however, though, I know when a girl's really into you, she gives you a totally different energy than like the one that's kind of like they'll spend time with you, but yet they want to live a single life to a degree too, or something like that. With those types, if you choose to mess with them, do not get your feelings involved. Like actually, that I can kind of handle, because I can participate and evacuate the situation. Is those females that want to be lovey-dovey and act like we're like getting deep and official for like a few months and then suddenly pull back or something. But you know, I always know it's like another guy. But yeah, that really makes you wonder, you know, out here with people, if you can be a decent person with a lot of people out there. I mean, I know there are good women out there, and women you gotta know is good guys out there, but for some reason we are not usually hooking up. We're hooking up with the opposites and the other people that's out there, and then it's turning us either into them or like bitter. But anyway, let him finish the rest of this video now.
Messing with this girl and that girl, because it's going to cause a messy situation, especially when you are a world-renowned soccer player. You have almost 7 million followers on social media, on Instagram. You do have to move differently. And it's very clear that he did not do that. And I think she, in her mind, wanted to hurt him. Because again, she should have a lot more to live for than just trying to be in a relationship with a guy that didn't want to be with her like that. Right? I wish people, when they would do things, would understand the ramifications of what would be left behind. Now, maybe her son was good with his father, right? But we also have to look at the mental health aspects of people nowadays. This is a 25-year-old woman who, again, had a lot going for herself. I will say this, though. This does bring in another issue. She was basically a single mother. I don't know if her son spent a lot of time with her. Maybe the son was with the father, but she was basically, a single mom. And maybe she thought that she had finally been able to get with somebody she's always wanted to get with, a well-known soccer player, right? Big following. That she will be able to get into a relationship with him, possibly even get married, and he'll be able to uplift her life to the point to where she's no longer trying to get to a certain level, because of the fact that she does have a child, right? And that just fell apart. And I think, honestly, her world fell apart. And that's the sad thing, especially with the adding of social media. It brings a whole nother level of dysfunction. It just makes people get more anxiety. Social media has given people way more anxiety in regards to dealing with the opposite gender and when those relationships fall apart. And we've seen a lot of situations where women will end it all due to a breakup. Not saying that men haven't done it, because men have, right? We've seen a lot of horrific stories. But this is a 25-year-old woman. Still had a lot of life to be lived, but all because of one breakup and the ensuing back and forth that happened after the fact. Just 1 week after the breakup, just one, she decided that she just could not take it anymore. And that's the sad part.
Well, that's sad. That's sad. And she left her son behind or something. So who knows, man. Yeah, I have not too much to add to that story, except for obviously that dude was wrong. It makes, I'm trying to see how I'm going to say this. It makes it really not worth it to fall in love with somebody, because really fall in love with somebody, because I know a lot of people, I've had people tell me that they never been in love before, and this goes for women too. Like, they might have liked somebody, or they're fond of them or something, but not like deeply fall in love with them or something. And this is where I have a disagreement with Coach Greg Adams, because he don't believe in love. Now, I do think it has something to do with his last couple of relationships and stuff like that. But, how I am with like extremes, if you don't believe in love, then you can't believe in hate neither. And then, even though hate is not the opposite of love, really fear is the opposite of love. But hate can spring from hate comes from fear, and a bunch of other stuff comes from fear too. So, but love is like a calmness, and is, well, like God's love or something, is like unconditional, pretty much, because he well, he created us and created the world and stuff like that. So he has that investment there or something. But and I'm not going to get like real religious right now. I'm just going to stay on the heartbreak thing. And I can only imagine what she was going through, but because I was there before and I felt that kind of pain, even though with that last one we didn't break up like that, but man, I I remember it was tears in my eye with that right there. So, and I think that's why I never got I was unable to get that serious with somebody again, you know. And of course, though, I had to learn a different way of connecting with somebody. Like, let them really, really earn that to a certain degree, Because I mean, we always say people need to earn this and that and that and this, but pretty much if the right person comes along, we always throw all those little proclamations that we write down and tell people to the wind when the right person comes along. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I know I said it late. Like and subscribe. A lot of peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. And actually, I should have another video out later today because I have to make up for the videos that I didn't do. And also, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Really 1,000 by October. But let's get to 500. So please share and help a brother out. Thank you very much and have a good day. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Out.
Say hello, kitty. I said say hello, kitty!
Hello, Kitty?
Louder!
Hello, Kitty!
From the back of your throat, from the bottom of your ass!
Hello, Kitty!
Louder!
Hello, Kitty!
Look at me! Say honey boo boo.
Honey, boo boo.
Pull that Bobby out of your butt, sis!
Honey, boo boo!
Chicken! Tenders! Chicken tenders!
Chicken tenders!
I said chicken
I
tenders!
said chicken tenders!
Say Chef Boyardee.
You've got to be kidding me.
Come on, Becky, with the good hair! Say it like you mean it!
Chef Boyardee, bitch!
Bro, what the fuck? No words. What the fuck is she doing?
Now who are you?
I still wanna run to you.